Guys, the C63S is so much fun to drive now that we've done the straight pipes. It is like a brand new car. We now need to look at two things in the interior that are bugging me and we need to fix them. So number one is, even though I'm daily driving this car, I'm still getting this issue right here. And number two is this steering wheel. We have issues all over this. This is disgusting. This needs to go. So let's go to the bench quickly. Here we have our brand new carbon fiber suede white stripe steering wheel. It's gonna use the original airbag and we have brand new buttons. That's gonna look insane. And for the error code that's coming up, I thought there was an auxiliary battery in the car. It looks like there is not an auxiliary battery in the car. It is more of a capacitor that holds charge. I don't think that there's gonna be a problem with that. So we're gonna try and knock out two birds with one stone. Because we're doing the steering wheel, we need to disconnect the battery. Hopefully disconnecting the battery for the amount of time that we do the steering wheel will reset any issues that it's having with the codes. I will replace the battery if I have to, but the car is starting fine. So anyway, we'll see how we go. Let's get into it. Have a look at the setup in here. That looks crazy. Just looks like a hybrid. Like, what's with all the metal around the battery? Anyway, that's the negative terminal. We've used a 10mm and pulled it off. Now we can go to the steering wheel. All right, so first step for the steering wheel, we're gonna come underneath, and right about here underneath the the paddle shifter, you should see a little dimple in the leather. I know it's the dumbest thing in the world why they've done it this way, but you literally need to put a screwdriver in there, pierce the leather, and right behind that leather is gonna be a little retainer clip for the bag. So you pierce it with a little tiny screwdriver, pop it out, do the same on the other side, and the airbag comes out. It could have been done a much better way, but anyway, it is what it is. We're gonna get that done. And with the airbag out, this is what it should look like. You're gonna have to remove 1, 2, 3, and the big mama there as well, 4 screws. There'll be a couple of plugs like that we need to disconnect, and then we can get this old crusty steering wheel out of here. I've just had an epiphany. I don't actually think we need to remove these Torx 20s because we're replacing the whole assembly. So with all those plugs out, we just have to get this screw out. Now, the issue that we've got is I've got the right size bit, but not a big heavy duty ratchet that will fit that bit, and I don't have an adapter. So I'm gonna try this and I'll let you know how I go. Boys, we got it out. You're not gonna believe how I did this. My next option was to go to the shops and get the correct adapter, but have a look at this, and this worked. So I've got the 1/2 inch to the tiny 1/4 inch, which is an adapter, to the 3/8, and then from the 3/8 to the bit, to the screw. I thought this was gonna be our point of weakness here, which was gonna break, but surprisingly, it actually worked. It came off, no issues at all. All right, old wheel is now completely out, so we can look at the differences, I guess, in here. That's the main thing. So we do need to take out this little panel here because it's not in this wheel. So basically whatever's here that's not there needs to get transplanted across. Obviously the buttons are all good, so we don't need to worry about that. Look at how funny the car looks without a steering wheel. So for anyone out there that's like, oh, I don't know why you do a steering wheel. Why would you do a steering wheel in the car? Well, look how weird they look without one. Okay, this next part's very easy. First, we take out this here with the 3 Torx 20s, put it to the side. Then you'll see this piece here is embedded inside. No screws on that, it just unclips. So you take it out, transfer it over across, sit it in place. It'll only sit in one way into that, with your cable coming through this hole here. And then that back on. And that is it. We'll take the wheel, put it back on the car, test it, put the airbag in, and do a burnout. So the new wheel should look something like this. We've got that little panel in, cable going through, all these cables plugged into the same spots that they were plugged in, so make sure you keep that in mind. And now we can sit this little beast on. Now get a look at the matchy. Carbon fiber, very nice. Airbag is ready to go in. I'm gonna plug it in. I'm not gonna sit it home all the way because I don't wanna destroy this wheel's leather, just in case something's wrong. So I'll sit the airbag in place, make sure everything's working, make sure the wheel is straight, and then we can go for a test drive. If you wanna absolutely shit your pants when you do this, what you wanna do is go ahead and do all of those T20s up extremely tight and then jump in the car and try and start the car and watch the horn go off and you'll shit your pants for real. So what I did, I just took that out, undid those Torx bits so they do stay tight. You just take them off a little bit so this has movement to move in and out. And then once that thing moves in and out, obviously you push the airbag, it compresses the springs and the horn goes off. On the original wheel, they were 100% tight. On the new wheel, you can't have them 100% tight. You gotta have them about 90%. It's fine, the wheel's not gonna fall off or anything stupid like that. The wheel's on nice and tight. I've already tested steering wheel controls because I didn't want to catch a copyright claim. So boom, they work. Battery reset did not fix our battery issue, yay. So we've got a bit of an issue here. Active lane assist, not active or inoperative. I'm gonna work out why that's happening and I'll let you know. Minus the little hiccup and with the correct tools, this is literally a 10-minute job. However, the problem that we were having is my fault. Let me explain why. So when I bought this wheel, they asked me if it had vibration in the wheel and I said no, because I'd never felt the wheel vibrate before. Because I'm just such a good driver, I don't go over the lines. So I never felt it vibrate. I assumed it didn't have vibration. My M2 used to have a little button down here that you could turn the vibration on and off. So I had a look, I didn't really see any vibration buttons. I just assumed no vibration. So when I put the new wheel in, we had every single plug available except for this one right here. So that little red and black boy was in the original steering wheel and I thought it would just not be used. I did look at it and assume it was for vibration, but I thought, look, at the end of the day, I don't care if the wheel doesn't vibrate. However, the lane assist uses this to vibrate when you're doing the wrong thing. So if that's not plugged in, you get the lane assist fault. So you have two options. So you can try and take the original lane assist motor out of the original wheel. Where's the wheel? I would not recommend doing that because I've basically destroyed my wheel trying to find it. I think it's buried deep inside like the skeleton from the beginning of when the wheel's made. You're not gonna get it out. So the other option is I need to order another steering wheel from China, which I don't wanna do. And then the other option is just use, you know, what we do here, auto electronics every day, plug it in, put a resistor on it. It will sort of trick the car that the motor's there. It's a big enough resistor so that when it does send power to the motor, if anyone goes over a lane, it's not gonna fry or anything like that. And I haven't done anything that's gonna ruin the car or ruin a steering wheel. For example, if I get another steering wheel with a motor, I can just unplug this, plug it in, and it's all gonna work as normal. Or if you put the original wheel back, that's gonna plug in and work as normal. So basically this is a quick fix, but also a fix that I'm happy with, I don't care about. Put the wheel on, wheel doesn't vibrate, I don't care, I'm happy. So with that little rant over, I'm gonna solder these up, tape it up, get them out of the way, put the airbag in, we're gonna go for a test drive. All right, wheel is on, doesn't seem to be falling off, which is good. Let's go for a cruise, listen to this beast roar. I think the battery reset did fix the other issue that we had as well. Get a look at that. Boom, boom, boom. That's the wheel and that's the dash with no issues. Mate, win-win today. Lane assist thing is on, we're not getting the issue, which is good. I know everyone probably wants to hear this thing roar first. Oh, mate. Doesn't get much better than that. Wheels perfectly straight. It's the worst when they're not straight. All right, listen. Man, it's a scary loud car. It's very loud. That is a beast. Spicy. Gotta get rid of that speed warning. Man. Probably should have put this clip in the last video. Everything works. Steering wheel works, obviously. Steering wheel controls work, paddles work. I'm getting no faults on the dash. The dash is not giving me a fault anymore. I'm a very happy man. And boom, there it is, guys. Carbon fiber, Alcantara, shiny. 2 birds with 1 stone. We got rid of the issue with the battery and we got a brand new steering wheel on. I think I'm gonna upgrade the steering wheel again because I wanna keep everything working original. So those vibrating motors or whatever, maybe we'll do the facelift steering wheel where we can change the drive mode from the steering wheel itself. I don't know, we'll see. But as for now, it is much better than it was. It feels great, everything's working, I'm very happy. If you get the battery issue like I had, that's something to try. Just disconnect the battery. It was off for about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Put it back on, take the car for a drive. That's what I had to do. And it's gone. Works. How good is that? Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one. Any comments, drop them in the comments below.
They say I wouldn't do it like I won't. They say I couldn't do it and they feel. They say I wouldn't do it and I fall. They say I couldn't do it and I did.